The following is a production of the Dallas Genealogical Society. For more information, please visit our website at dallasgenealogy.com.
Okay. We're looking for their marriage record is basically what I'm looking for. And if I go to web search for Andrew Jackson Cole, come on, it's supposed to move, but it's not. See, there's no way to do a new person. That's why I don't care too much for using Family Tree Maker to do research with. I have to do outside stuff to make it work. So we'll go back to Rachel. We had that death certificate, but if you have a specific area you can look in, but this is way too many numbers. You can use this to narrow the search. And I'm actually going to edit this because I don't know how that got in there. I want to find her husband's, her married record. And we want to do Louisiana because that's where they were. Except if I can't spell it out.
Louisiana.
IANA. But see, it's not pulling that. And then I'm going to go, well, this is not letting me pick it. Normally it allows you to do plus on either side. Let me do familysearch.org. You have to take that middle name out of the last name because I'm going to leave it like this and do a find, see what comes up. Now, all that comes up for Family Tree Maker is basically a tree. And it doesn't like me today. So let me see if this will open in a new link where I'm already logged in. If you scroll down, you see her parents in her name.
Mayfield.
The big thing you want is the family with sources because this opens a family group sheet with her and the kids and everything, and it gives you all the sources that they used to find that out. And they've got census records, death records. I am looking for a marriage record. There's a lot of duplication in this. Good grief. I wonder if I can do a Control F and put in marriage and it would find it, or find all the marriage information in the sources. Because that's really what I'm wanting. No, it started all over again. So there is nothing about the marriage over in sources. So I'm going to actually go to regular ancestry. Not trees. I want search all collections. Oh, there, it's not moving. Well, we saw in that one death certificate, her last name, was Mayfield on the one I just got, this one. So I'm going to put in Rachel, R-A-C-H, Erie, Mayfield. Oops. Hit enter. I'm going to put 1855. Louisiana. Here we go. I know that Union Parish, Louisiana is up on the north state line to Arkansas. That's why I'm doing this, is because they could have gone over the state line to get married, or a different county even. I get a tree that gives me some information. See, this is much better because I already have much less to look at. Birth, marriage, death.
Marriages.
Yep. So I'm going to try to get over there.
And Natchitoches.
Well, but that isn't to the right person.
Oh, it's not.
No, we were looking for her being married to a Cole.
I didn't pay attention to the.
Yeah, well, a Cole.
Yeah.
And then they're not there. I may have to go to Andrew. There's a specific record I want to show you so you learn how to do, you can learn how to do this. Well, he's in the death indexes. He actually even has, but anyway. Here are all these Coles. That's a tombstone description. Oh. Take that out. I'm going to put Mayfield in down here. Maybe that will narrow it. You keep playing with what you put in the information until it shrinks it enough to where you can find stuff. Let's see, it's not finding. I'm going to open this. This is the only one that actually goes later. I don't know if it's in this one or not. This is the one I was looking for, if it shows up. No. This is weird because I know it's there. Edit.
There was a Mayfield up at the top.
Yeah, and now it's going to read it. Yeah, that's it. All right, view record. This is just an index. But see down here where it says Family History Library film number? That's a card catalog number from Family Search. If you copy that and paste it into Family Search, if you go to, well, this is Family Search and Catalogs and film number, and paste that in there. Take out any leader because it doesn't like that. It will take you straight to that film record, those films. Now, Arkansas in general does have county marriages online, but I find this is much faster. They got married in 75, I think. 74 or 5. Well, and you can do, if it's got this little hourglass here, you can open that in a new window, but I'm going to do a control find and paste that number in there It's supposed to be on this roll of microfilm. So I can do a right mouse click and open this in a new tab. And put the names in here. And because I have it over here, well, where'd it go? Right here. I know what name is on it. So I can put in A.P. Cole and it's update, and it's going to give me the record. Now it's going to give me two of the exact same thing. This one, though, has a little camera by it, which means the image is there.
That says Argentina. That's in Spanish.
It's not. They've boo-booed their database. It's Union County, Arkansas. Gee, they have the same problem that Ancestry has. Have you ever been looking at a 1940 census and it say that you're doing something in Venezuela? It is not immune. Anyway, so you can actually download this record because it's on Family Search. And there's the record right there. Now be careful in some of these handwritten records like this. There are several different dates in here. One is on the 10th day of September, 1874, this guy married them. Down here, there is a record for May 18th, 1874. That's when he got his license to marry people. Then on further down, you have another date of when it was filed to be recorded and the date it was recorded. And in some of these indexes, they misread the date the people got married. So it behooves you to look at that information, to actually look at the record and make sure they abstracted the date right. I had one once that they abstracted the date as 1851 because it was at the back of a record book that was supposed to go from 1830 to 1851. And because it was like the next to last record, they assumed it was 51. The problem was it was 31 because the first records at the back of the book were upside down. They started on the wrong end of the book to start records. So be aware of these idiosyncrasies in these records. Anyway, you download this image by clicking download. Navigate to where you want the file to go. I'm gonna name this, because this is a marriage record, the surname of the male and then the surname of the female. Now, if the female has been married more than once, and I know her maiden name, it's Mayfield dash whatever name is on the marriage record, because that indicates that she's been married before, and you might want to go find that record. I'm going to click save. Downloads it to my hard drive. I'm going to come back over here to the couple. I'm going to click on her. I'm actually going to now add Mayfield to her name. And I'm going to click sources. Add a new, I'm going to add a new source. I'm going to come to my drop-down list. And I have not added county court records. So I'm going to make a new source, county court records. Oops, new. I'm not going to use a template. The reason I'm not saying that this is from Family Search, this record can be gotten in multiple places, one of which is at Family Search, but the other is at the county courthouse. And if you don't know that, well, you should. That's why it's a county court record. And I have the same title type thing for state court records because there are many documents that are at state level. And then I have federal court records because you have documents that are at a federal level. So that's 3 sets of court records. And that's a really easy source title. In citation detail is where I'm going to put Union County, Arkansas. Marriage record. And just a second.
I lost you. I could hear you, but I.
Okay, I got you back in. Okay, and then okay, and then a semicolon and put the name as it is on the record. And then I'm going to click the media button, say attach new media, and I'm going to find that record and click open. And it's attached to the media. See, there it shows up on the media. Now I'm going to add a new fact for the marriage and put the date in there. Now I forgot what it is.
September
10 September. Yeah.
1874.
So it's 10 September 1874 in Union, Louisiana. Oh no, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
That's the thing. I will tell you, Union County, Arkansas is directly north of Union County, Louisiana. So if you ever have research in Louisiana in those top northern counties next to Arkansas, it behooves you to look in the Arkansas County for your missing records. And I'm going to link it to the existing source. It's selected. And while it's selected, I can go through and I'm going to come back and put it on him. And if you come to the media here, you're not going to see anything because that was linked to the source. If you come over to tree and click up here on media, you will see all the media that's linked to your sources. So it depends on the way what you're downloading on how you're going to enter it. If it's a picture of somebody or like even tombstones, those are all linked to the individual person and they will show up down here. But they will also show up over here. So all the media will show up in this field. You just have to scroll down. Or you might want to make it a little bigger and they might, somewhere on here you can size the media. Yeah, there it is. So you can get more than one across so you can see how much you have. Because I have on some people, like if they had a large family and I have a birth record and a death record for each and every child, there will be 30 or 40 sources on this guy's name. So somebody asked me, how do you eliminate sources? Why would you? You're trying to prove a link from one generation to the other. And sometimes multiple records are required to do that. You would say a birth record should be it. Well, maybe not. You have something called adoptive records. And sometimes by accident, the real father's name gets put on a death certificate. So just be aware, You get as many as you can that ties the different family members together, because if you can't tie the one you're looking for to the rest of the family, you might be able to find the siblings and prove that they were siblings. And that's what I did with my husband's lines years and years ago. That's what taught me to work all the siblings. His people all died. The two that I was working on died in Arkansas in the 1918, 1919 flu. They have no death certificates. But men that and a sister that I knew were the wife's siblings from other records, I tracked them all down. All the boys' death certificates in Arkansas had no parents' names. The sister that wound up in Washington State had a death certificate that named the parents. So, lesson learned. You look at everybody and you link all the records that you find, because then you know who had what and who knew what. And I have a feeling that that daughter may have had a family Bible. She was the oldest daughter. The parents died when they were little. I think that daughter was maybe 11 or 12. My husband's great grandmother was like 4. She had no knowledge of her parents. So you take that into consideration when you're looking for records and what you might find or not. But anyway, you also have death information that you could find. Now, using web search, if I go to Ancestry now, it probably will pull him in. It did Isaac. Instead of, because I had it on Isaac. I want to go to Andrew. And is there a way to, it didn't, search. I do look at trees, because sometimes, I hope this works. They will give you a lot of the records that you would normally seek out, and you don't have to look for them yourselves. Like in this case, all the census records are there. Well, that marriage index was there. Find a grave is there. But there are a few records that they actually have not found, because the Louisiana death index is there to prove that date. Because one of the things when I use Find a Grave, I may use a lot of information off of Find a Grave, like I did on this guy. I have the cemetery name, but it's not sourced, because I don't have a source, and I do that on purpose so that I know I got it from Find a Grave, but I don't have a document to prove it. But if I come back over here to this page, let me go look at his Find a Grave again. I'm going to open it in a new window. And of course, it goes over here. Okay. It has his wife and children, some of his children and his siblings and his parents. I will open this in a new window, because then I will open in a new tab each of the people that are on this page, and I will add them to my database, and then I will go back and find the records to really source them. Like in her case, she died 11 January 23. Oops. Oh. Well, and he died the 21st. Let me go back and put her in here. Oops. On January 23. Add death. 11 January 1923. And then now I'm going to add burial. And that was Marion Union. And I think I have to put, well, Concord up here. Oh, type. Oops. Good grief. Wow, that changed everything. There we go. All right. See, but that's not source. So if I want to actually find where they died, I'm pretty sure if they were in Marion, they died in Louisiana. You can come over here to card catalog and put in Louisiana. Death record or death. And I get two different ones. This is strictly for New Orleans. And this one's for the statewide up through 1964. I'm just going to put in the last name and that they died in Union Parish. And exact, so I won't have a humongous amount of hits. And I can go down and see if I can spot them.
There's Rachel.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's her. That's one of them. And there's him. Now on hers, it just gives a birth year and a death date. And I can come over here, and now I know she died in Union. And I'm going to source that with a new source. I don't think I have Louisiana. Maybe I do. Yep, there it is. No, that's from Family Search. So this is going to be a new source. And I'm going to copy that string. Oops. And paste it in title. And under source repository, I'm going to choose ancestry. And I'm going to put ERRYE Mayfield. I think that's the way they spelled it. They put S in there. That's all right. And I'm going to click OK. And while it's selected, I'm going to come up here and put it on her birth year. Use existing. And I'm going to do it here. And it doesn't give us any more information. Now we're going to go look at his. Same thing. So I'm going to do a new. Now that source is in there, I can do a drop down and click on this and put in Andrew J. Cole. Click on OK. Oh, that put that in the wrong place. I'm going to put it here. Oh no, that was on his birth. Link to citation. I'm now going to put it on his death. See, now there's two names on that source, and it keeps the one highlighted that I entered last, or just entered. And I'm going to put union in here because I now have that information. And that's the way that gets sourced. Now, if I wanted to download his tombstone, well, or her tombstone, I'm going to click on the image. It's going to take me here. This is not where you save it. If you come over to view original, it becomes huge. This is where you save it because it will be a bigger image. And this is Rachel Erie Mayfield Cole tombstone. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to come back over to here and click on Rachel. And I'm going to add a new piece of media. I'm going to select that tombstone and open it. It adds it to her. And if you notice, it shows up over here because it was added to her name. Do I need to repeat any of this?
No.
You got it? Okay. Is there anything specific that either one of you need to know about that you are having a problem with?
I want to know how you got from family tree to search. Now, family search to ancestry. Now, you changed it from family search to ancestry. How'd you do that?
In web search,
Yeah.
there is a list over here on the left
Ah.
with different sources, different resources. Ancestry, Family Search, Roots Web, Google, Yahoo, Bing. I actually have World Connect. You can add more sources. Like I could add Find My Past in here. I could add anything specific that I wanted to add by just clicking on New. And it asked me for the URL and to give it a name. And so you can add all the places you want to use. I could add my heritage in here. What else do I use all the time?
Yeah, but is it a download from like My Heritage?
You can't download it, but you can do searches in it.
Okay.
So if you have a subscription to My Heritage, let me see if I can do this. Well, this is my site, but copy the URL that is yours. Well, click on OK, and it shows up here. So if you were to click on My Heritage, and this is my site, and I've been playing with the colorization thing. This was my husband's family. Some pictures that I was playing with when his dad died because I wanted color pictures of his dad. I can log in here. I don't know why it says I'm not logged in if it gives me this. And I can't remember all that, but you can go to World Connect. It's going to populate. Well, it used to do that. It won't anymore. You can do search by people by name, which is what I would normally do. But it's very hard to get once you're here to open it in a new window. Used to, you could open it in a new window, and I'm not sure why. Oh, there it is. Open in a new window. So you can get it over in a new window. I wonder if if that will hold if you, I want to try this, so just a minute. That worked. It didn't mess up the URL. Somehow doing right mouse click, which used to work for me, won't. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But that's the way you do those. You can add if there's certain websites you use all the time in doing your research besides Ancestry and Family Search, add them. The reason Family Search is there and Roots Web are there is because those used to be the big three. My Heritage and Find My Past. Well, My Heritage is big. Find My Past is really if you're getting into European, English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, all those. Find My Past is good on those. My Heritage actually does Swedish really well, or it used to. And so you find websites that are really better fitted to whatever area of research you need it for.
This has been a production of the Dallas Genealogical Society. If you're already a member, thank you. If you're not a member, please consider joining now by going to dallasgenealogy.com and clicking on the membership tab. Your membership dues will help us support the genealogy section of the Dallas Public Library, and it will allow us to continue our education and preservation efforts.